to check in on the latest buzz in the entertainment world.
If you weren't awake, you are now. Listen to Mike from 105.1 The Buzz joining us live. Good morning.
Ooh.
Morning.
Got a little,
guys.
little music to wake you up there.
Good morning.
Speaking of the Weeknd and Drake.
Yeah, this is nuts. I saw this earlier this week and listened to this song. Had no idea that this song wasn't real. It was created by AI. It sounds exactly like Drake and the Weeknd. It's wild.
Yeah, there's the song. It's been pulled from all streaming sites. If you Google hard enough, you can find it. But it's a little, But so it's a song. It sounds just like Drake and the Weeknd. And it was created by AI. And it did the lyrics, the music, the voices, the everything. And it's really creepy because, like, you know, right now we're dealing with this new world of artificial intelligence, the Chat GPT. And they are a lot smarter than we originally thought, even though we had 40 years of science fiction movies to warn us against them. But they're out there. They're doing all of our jobs better than ourselves.
Yeah, it's not great. And the bummer with this too is like the song was good.
Yeah.
At least I'm not sure about the lyrics. I couldn't necessarily speak to the lyrics, but just like if you just listen to it
closely.
Exactly, I didn't either. But like just to listen to it, you're like, oh, this kind of seems like it's a bop.
I mean,
you couldn't. That's a regular Drake song. Who's actually listening to the lyrics? Just kind of bopping along with all of them.
Oh boy!
Right? You couldn't pay me enough money in the world to convince me that that wasn't Drake on that song. Like, I didn't even hear the song in its entirety. I only heard a little snippet, and I had to go to a newscast in Toronto to find that. And it's just amazing how quickly Universal Music Group pulled this thing off of everything because it's that good.
Yeah.
But it's a really scary future for a lot of us. So, you know, we work in radio. This has been talked about in our community for about 2 or 3 weeks now, where we know that AI can reproduce your voice. And the idea is that maybe one day you're going to have to sign contracts to give people the rights of your voice. And then they could just tell the robot what to say and sound like you and then just plug content in. Like, it's terrifying.
It is.
How much can be done with this.
Yeah. And you have to think for some of these artists, you know, they already have enough hurdles right now as it is with some of these record companies. You know, we've seen Taylor Swift jumping through all these hoops to get the rights back to her music and her songs. This just seems like another wrinkle in it too, where now if they're going to start bringing AI into it, you know, who owns the rights to the stuff that gets created as an artist if they're going to use your name and likeness, but you're not going to get any of the profits or benefit of that? Ugh.
It's a whole can of worms.
It seems like a whole,
and even just
whole big can
from
of
a more
worms.
from a simplistic level too. It's just a bummer, like this computer is making good music. It's supposed to be human. That is a human thing.
We're like, oh, we're not special.
What are we doing?
We do not want the robot uprising, okay? We're already scared enough as it is. But then you have to ask yourself, who does own the rights to it? Is it the computer that came up with it or the person that programmed the computer and told it to come up with it? And then at what point does the computer just start realizing it can make money and it starts making them anyways?
Ooh.
I don't know.
I'm spiraling.
I feel like we're
totally
headed towards a very dystopian future.
And it smells like lawsuits are on the way. Not necessarily from Drake and the Weeknd. I mean, maybe, but like in general, this is going to be dicey.
I mean, technology has done this for quite some time, but we're really seeing just the fact that like tech moves way faster than like our government or the law can even keep up with. So I don't know. I don't know where this goes.
Yeah, same.
I'll tell you this. If you ever listen to Liz and Mike in the morning on 105.1 The Buzz and you hear us not screw up throughout the course of the entire morning, you know it's the robots.
Likewise. Yeah, likewise. When you see the bloopers happen, that's how you know it's live.
This is true.
And it's still humans waking up way too early in the morning.
Still us, yes.
So we've learned a little bit more about this Love is Blind reunion. I know we talked about it earlier this week after it was supposed to be live, and it wasn't live. It was such a mess. What exactly happened with all of this streaming debacle?
Well, the CEOs sat down and did an interview with Variety, and basically they didn't even ever give us a real answer. They're like, what we learned is that we have the bandwidth to do these events, and that 6.5 million people tuned in and watched it. And we know we can make this happen. And with Chris Rock, like, yeah, 90% of the streaming took place after we had already posted it, but now we're better prepared for these live events. And I think, honestly, this is me in my conspiracy theory world. I think it's probably just because for cost-saving measures, they laid a lot of engineers off last year.
Yeah.
They probably didn't have enough people to plug everything in.
I have a feeling there's been, you know, there's been a lot of, they've been trying to expand, and I think there's obviously some very different requirements needed in terms of cloud computing, software, bandwidth, all of that capability to support all of these people streaming at the same time.
I don't know. I just know that Mike texted me, and I said I cut the red wire. I didn't know if that was I supposed to cut that wire? Was it the blue wire before the live stream?
You're like, I wondered why the lights flickered in my apartment, and then everyone else is no.
This is why they don't allow Travis or I to do any engineering feats. We just kind of sit here and roll with the punches.
But this is the moment we stop and appreciate every single engineer we have until the computers take over.
Yes.
This is true. This is true.
Their jobs will be the last to go. We need them the longest. We are the front lines of replaceable. They have to stick around and do their jobs.
That's true.
If anybody can use AI right now, it's probably the Netflix engineering department.
Maybe. I don't know.
Only one way to find out.
Send them
Time
some
will
computer
tell.
help. Yeah. Oh, right. Thanks. Oh, hey, before we go, I just got our notification for a B-reel. Can I take a B-reel real quick? You guys, smile.
Smile,
I
B-reel.
forgot. This is live on. See, this is how you know AI didn't do it. Okay. Yay. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Don't forget, you can listen to Liz and Mike every weekday morning on 105.1 The Buzz.